So when I would look at myself in the mirror and I would see that like my stomach just still looked like jiggly. So I made the decision and the choice to go see a doctor. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Myra from Low Carb Love. Now, for those of you that don't know me, I've lost over 100 pounds. I've been maintaining my weight for over 15 years. And one of the questions that I get asked the most is, was it weight loss surgery? Long story short is that I did it through diet and exercise. Okay, so back then there was no social media, no Instagram, no YouTube, no one out there that was, open to just like guiding people, or at least guiding me. What I had back then was like magazines and TV shows and probably a little bit of the internet. I was 18. So the short answer is no. I have had surgery, but it wasn't weight loss surgery. So after I lost, it was a total of 135 pounds. I had a lot of excess skin. Like I still have flaccid skin on my entire body, but through working out, I have obviously improved that. And a lot of times I'm not one to really just show off a lot of, I'm never going to be out there in short shorts or like a teeny tiny little skirt or anything like that. For the most part, like I do a good job of like not showing things that I feel insecure about. But I did have skin removal surgery. So it's also known as a tummy tuck. I didn't have lipo or anything like that because I had gotten down to 165 pounds. So what happened was after I lost my weight, I had the excess skin and like, it really bothered me because I would look at myself in the mirror and I knew I had lost all the weight. I looked so much thinner, but like, what I envisioned in my head, I could not see in the mirror. Like, I am not the person that's like, oh, you had this done or oh, you had that done. I'm like, girl, if you want to get it done, you could afford to get it done. It's going to make you feel better. It's going to make you feel more confident. Like, I'm all about it. This right here is a judge-free zone, okay? So I am that person. I will encourage you because I know how much it changed my life. So when I would look at myself in the mirror and I would see that like my stomach just still looked like jiggly, and it's because and it wasn't jiggly, it was just kind of like saggy. It was so weird because I was so young, right? And it looked like I had birthed like twins, because my midsection was just so big. And then when I lost all that weight, I had the skin that would just kind of fall right here on my lower abdomen, and it was just like had a ton of stretch marks. So I made the decision and the choice to go see a doctor. I was like, okay, I love it. Yes, I want to get it done, but now how? I'm 18 years old. I was working at a staffing agency at that point. They gave me this quote for like $8,000 or something like that. And I was like, holy cow, like how am I gonna, And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna figure it out. So anyway, long story short is I figured it out, got a loan, and I loved it. It was the best decision that I made at that time because it made me feel so confident. I was happy with it, even having a huge scar across my abdomen, which I am gonna have revised because obviously it's been so many years, it's been over 15 years. And now there's like different techniques, there's laser, there's like silicone, there's just so many things that can now help with those scars. So I don't know about you, but I struggle to drink water. I'm happy if I drink this much water. No, honestly, I struggle. So I always have to put something in my water to make it taste good. Like right now I'm drinking the chili mango from Element. It has electrolytes, it has minerals, non-GMO, it's vegan. Honestly, just tastes so delicious. I have one packet in like this, and how much is this? Like, I think like 32 ounces. And then I actually sip on it throughout the day because I like the way it tastes. So whether you're living a low carb lifestyle or trying to lose weight, hydration is super important. So just make sure that that's something that you're obviously, kind of making a priority throughout the day. If you struggle as much as I do, I definitely recommend these. The chili mango is my absolute favorite. So right now, if you buy any product, they'll send you a sample pack with like all their flavors, and then you can choose the flavor that you like the best. But anyway, I'll leave it linked in the description below for you. Okay, so to talk a little bit about weight loss surgery. Now, obviously I haven't had it done, but I do know people that have had it. Some, I know that it's like they actually cut your stomach, and then others where it's like a band and it just helps you not eat as much, and that's how you lose weight. So if you were to ask me, do I recommend having weight loss surgery? I'm not opposed to it. I'm really not. if I had someone very close to me, sister, my niece, my mom, someone come to me and ask me like, Maida, should I have this procedure done? I wouldn't discourage them from doing it, but I would highly recommend for them to try other things before doing that. Because it's such an invasive procedure, I think that it should definitely be like, okay, I've tried it all, it didn't work. I gave it all I had, so now I'm gonna do this. And I'd be like, okay. But I think keto is an amazing option. It's just such a great diet, or such a great option when you need to lose weight fast, when you're really trying to heal your body, when you really are trying to cure certain diseases. And I truly believe that your food is your medicine or your illness, like 1,000%. So if you were to ask me, I would say definitely give keto a try, but do it right. Okay, so I've heard a lot of people say like, oh, I tried keto, it didn't work for me. I'm not saying it's gonna work for everyone, but I truly believe that if you do it right, you don't eat junk. So a lot of like treats, a lot of junk that you can buy from online that comes packaged and boxed, that is where I would say if you did it eating those things, I would definitely recommend doing it again without those things. Like if you are not cooking your own food, if you are not prepping your own food, like if you know what I mean? Like if you are not making it, then you are still having some type of like processed foods, even if it's minimally processed. Some people are just more sensitive than others. Like some people do not do well with 20 net carbs. You have to go down to 10 net carbs. So I just think that if it didn't work for you, you just had to kind of tweak around, change this. Don't do so much dairy. Don't do so much, this or that. Because overall, I feel like it works, and it works so well. Another mistake that people have, or misconception, is that you have to eat a lot of fat. And the truth is that we have fat on our body. So if you're trying to burn the fat that you have on your body, then why are you gonna eat a lot of fat on your plate? Because before your body burns your fat, it has to burn the fat that you're eating. So my suggestion is also that you can do a leaner version of keto, which is more chicken breast, more turkey, more even salmon. Salmon's, fatty, but it's still clean. Not having so much fat, not having so much dairy, doing it just very clean, a lot of veggies, chicken. Anyway, I still recommend salmon, and I eat everything. And even when I was on keto, like hardcore keto, I would still eat everything, but I was just very mindful of calories and very mindful of how much fat I was eating, because I know how keto works. Keto, you switch from burning glucose to fat. So your fuel source is fat. You basically, the reason why people are so successful with keto and why you burn so much fat is because on keto, which is your body is in a ketogenic state, your body is burning your excess fat for fuel. So I don't know if you knew that, but that's the case. So why are you gonna eat a lot of fat on your plate when you are trying to burn the fat on your body? Just something to kind of think about. But anyway, that's kind of what I have to say about that. But overall, I've never had weight loss surgery. I did have surgery because I think a lot of people think they've heard me talk about surgery, so they think I've had weight loss surgery. I didn't have weight loss surgery. I had skin removal surgery. So I get a lot of questions like, oh my gosh, how's your stomach so flat? How are your abs so, well, after you lose 135 pounds, like no one is the exception. I mean, I'm sure there might be some people out there, because I have seen it online on Instagram where I'm like, how is that possible? Like this person lost X amount of weight and has no excess skin. Like, I don't even understand that, because I was only 18 and I literally looked like I had birth twins, Everyone is different, but all that to say is that I was not the exception. I was not the exception. Even after losing all that weight, I had all the skin and I got it removed. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I would love to hear your thoughts, whether it be on skin removal surgery, which is, tummy tuck, mommy makeover, weight loss surgery, gastric bypass. If you've had any of that done, I'd love to hear your experience. And I'm sure a lot of other people would love to hear just your journey, how much you've lost, how was it, do you recommend it? All of that stuff. Let me know. Sometimes when I'm just laying in bed, I love to go through your comments and just, reply and just see what you guys have to say as well. But don't forget to give this video a like. Don't forget to share with friends and family, whether they're on a weight loss journey or you think that this video would be helpful for them. But thank you so much for being here. I love you, and I'll see you on my next video. Mwah.